is better than bacon.
My stick is better than bacon. Where's my phone? It's in my pocket.
Where did my sword go? Oh, there it
Ooh, that is loud. Rotate phone. Spin. I command thee. Spin.
is. But here, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm on
I reckon the
YouTube.
stream sounds quiet.
Ba-da-da-da.
My guy, frickin' bot. Or a dude with just a copy paste thing.
Nice. I don't usually watch Minecraft streams, but you're good. I reckon the stream sounds quiet. Add some of my free music from my timer track to YouTube.
Out of here, man. I'm sorry, but kinda not cool, man. Oh, would you look at that? The account was made 2 days ago. Yeah. Out of here, mate.
Gotta give credit where credit's due.
Hmm.
It's kind of cool that he's targeting, that he
Small
managed to
issue.
target specifically small Minecraft streams. I don't think it's a bot, actually.
I don't know.
I think it's an actual person. I think it'd be difficult to program a bot to go to streams specifically to give out his music, specific Minecraft small streams. Also, he messed up the @squigglyparrot.
No, they still tagged me for
Oh,
some
did it?
reason because he said squiggly parrot.
Oh, I didn't go do that. No, well, okay. Maybe it's just me
Either
not being
way.
with the other way, kind of dick move.
Right. It's like,
And let's be honest, he says it's free, but he'd probably just try and claim it somehow.
and I like how he's like, it's a bit quiet. You need some music. I have music in the background. Are you saying that my stick is not music, my guy?
Technically, it's a lip reading, but
Shut up. It's still harmonic.
I spelled bird boy wrong, but I'm not changing it.
You do like Brit boy.
Bored boy.
Bored boy. That's even better.
The O and the I are right next to each other. What do you want from me?
It's even better. Bored boy.
Bored boy.
Bored boy. Bored boy.
With bored boy. Bored.
You didn't even close off
I
the...
didn't even close off the brackets.
Oh my gosh. The amount
It
of
just
effort put into this
it
title.
just speaks to my channel, the fact that I don't care.
The only thing you're putting effort into is the rhyme.
Right? The fact that I've got 2 rhymes so far. Shack F3, Heart of the Sea, Half Track 4, 4.
What's the description on this one?
Let's get some effing money. I literally just replaced blue balls with money.
Wow.
I started a new
Now
stream, so it
to-
just copied everything, and I just switched the 4 and the thing, and I just added. Yeah, I put no effort into this. It's because I don't care. Alright, what have I missed? I didn't earn any money because I was AFK.
Ah, you didn't get my. You failed your stream. That was like a -3 out of 10.
Thing is, I don't actually think I'm gonna get any money. I just needed to come up with something that would work for the rhyme. I don't think I'm gonna get any money from this. What all did I miss? Oh, tilted left. Wish I could put design banners on beds. That would be cool, putting banners on beds. I never thought of that. That should actually be a feature. I could put them on signs. Why can't I put them on a...
You can put them on signs?
Hang on. Shields.
Oh.
I'm retarded, so...
Yeah, I noticed.
It's not very nice of you to say.
I'm gonna go mining.
I'm killing spiders that were born in captivity and were spawned just to be slaughtered. They will live their entire lives being nothing more than elytra food. Their essence is literally being fused with my elytra. Their life essence is giving my elytra a longer lifespan.
Seagulls.
Stop it.
Seagulls. Stop it now. Everyone told me not to show on that beach. Poking the coconut. And they did. Like that.
And the birds attack.
Somewhere. And then
Got hit in the head with a hacky sack. Where'd it come from? That's the best line. Where'd it come from?
I like that.
Where'd it come from? I just like where'd it come from. Is like hit in the head with a hacky sack. Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from?
Psycho Wiener.
I'm a what now?
I'm quoting the song.
I am a what now? I don't appreciate being bullied. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum.
Please, for the sake of all of our ears.
No, you will suffer with all those who have fallen before you. No man will be spared. All will fall into despair. Everybody will die.
Sounds kind of like a tribe chant.
Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah, ah. So did you by chance watch one of the newest William Osmond videos?
Which one?
You know he's doing the egg drop challenge a lot lately.
No.
William Osmond's been doing egg drop challenges with different YouTubers.
I did not know that.
He did one with like iDubbbz and a few
I
other
saw
people.
the one with Sawdust and Rice Krispies with iDubbbz, but
No,
that
he
was
does a
while
lot of
ago.
stuff with iDubbbz now. Anyways, he just did an egg drop challenge with How to Basic.
I wonder how that went.
How to Basic won.
What?
He also threw several eggs at his head.
Whose head?
Williams.
Oh.
Also, iDubbbz was there. We don't know why.
What?
We don't know why iDubbbz was there. He was just.
The ultimate crossover video.
He was just there. They were literally driving around in Australia, and Osmond was asking him questions, and he would always respond with different grunts and groans and gacks. And at one point, he just asked a question, and all you hear is, "He's not gonna respond to you. He's just gonna keep grunting." Or, and How to Basic is the one filming, because obviously the whole shtick is no one knows who he is. And so he's filming. He just slowly turns around, and iDubbbz is just sitting in the back seat. He's just there. It's like a 10-minute video, and he just pops in for like a total of like 5 seconds. He comes in one other point. He's just there. No context, no reason, nothing. He's just there. And that's the funniest thing. He just exists. Oh yeah, there's also the scene where How to Basic got William to buy the Pepsi. He immediately threw it out. He straight up got him to buy a Pepsi. He gave it to How to Basic, and he walked out of the store and threw it into the garbage can sitting in front of the store that they got it from.
They
And
got
he
it
just,
what?
he just got a Pepsi, right? A Pepsi, just a bottle of Pepsi. And he walked out of the store, turned around to the nearest garbage can, and threw the entire unopened bottle out. Just like that. Just.
Gas near me, and I was pillaring up to get some glowstone, and that was scary.
Wait, Diz actually likes the title? Holy shit. I figured the title might get me in a little trouble, because the past few times I've posted a meme with a swore word and it got taken down, so I was a little worried about posting it, but I'm gonna try and rhyme as many of these as I can, although it will get very boring when it gets to the teens. Like if we get to 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, you see why those ones are boring. I could literally use the exact same rhyme for all of them, and no one could say shit.
Ooh,
I take
hello,
it back,
guys.
I like that idea. How much money do I actually have? I might... Yeah, I only got 8. Oh my god, it's just... Trying to tease YouTube. Hey, you know what? I can do whatever the hell I want with YouTube. It's not like I'm making money off of this anyways. What are they gonna do? Ban me? I'll just make a new one.
Little magma cube.
Yeah, the word is probably on the top 10 words you shouldn't use. That's why I used it. Like, what is YouTube gonna do? Demonetize me? I don't make money. What are they gonna do? Make it so my shit... What, are they gonna block this video? One of them's already blocked. One of the Clone Hero ones are already blocked. I don't care. 2 of my Clone Hero streams are partially blocked. If you live in Australia, you can't see half of my Clone Hero videos, because 2 of them are blocked in Australia and the other one is blocked worldwide. I don't care. my
truck.
Subnautica streams was taken down, so I have a playlist with 11 up to 12 because I can't use the other one because it basically doesn't exist according to YouTube.
Mother trucker, dude, that hurt like a butt cheek on a stick.
What was that?
You haven't seen that?
No, I don't think I have.
That's where the mother trucker like first evolved. Mother trucker, that hurt like a butt cheek on a stick.
Hold up, I gotta hear it. I gotta hear this.
Let's look at mother trucker.
Mother trucker, that hurt like a butt cheek on a stick.
For gosh sake, watch your language.
Now
Now
you
you
could
can
say,
say you ready.
now you could say you have worldwide fame. You know what? If I manage to get blocked worldwide, I will consider that worldwide fame.
Yep, I'm in the death zone.
This just says Twitch. Probably making fun of the fact that I'm using YouTube again.
This is what I go through to get some heckin' stock in my store. And I get bought out within 2 minutes, which, I mean, I'm not complaining.
Ah, you're kind of complaining.
I'm kinda
This is what I
complaining.
have to do to stonk my store because everybody buys me out immediately. But I'm not complaining. I'm not like, no, shut up. You are complaining. Don't try and sugarcoat it. You're absolutely complaining. I'm gonna pull a little sneaky.
Sneaky.
I wonder if this is actually gonna work.
They said, I'd never. I'm scared. What was that noise?
I just gotta watch the stream. I just made $1,000.
Oh,
I just made almost $2,000 preparing my Elytra.
did you yank the string and sell it to Rugged?
No, absolutely not.
I applaud you.
Gotta make money somehow. I mean, it's there. If he's willing to buy string, I'll sell him string. I'm assuming you've done the same thing.
Alex has done the same thing.
Ah, that is capitalism right there. There's capitalism right
So
there.
proud.
So proud. I mean, money's money. I'm a poor boy. I gotta get money somehow. If I have to abuse the system, I mean, I'm not the first person to abuse the system. Just look at the state of
We've all done the same thing.
Appreciate it. Just
Yellow.
everybody's done it at least once.
Ooh, you spawned 4.
Bees.
Hate killing the teeny ones because they look so harmless, like the slimes, but they'll bite your feet.
Cream.
I hate that word cream. This, I mean, I don't hate the word cream. I just hate it used as magma cream. Like I don't like to visualize what magma cream would be like.
I just went from 800 to $3,000 in like 10 minutes. I am making money. This is why you play both sides of the war.
Money.
Money. Always play both sides.
Even if you're in like a basketball game and you're on one team and like
Nigel. Yeah.
just block everyone from goaling or from scoring.
From going.
Goaling.
I'm not gonna let you forget that.
And
What
that's
are
a
you doing out
goal.
in the ocean?
Oh, let me tell you. Yesterday when I was doing German, it was like,
Das. Das. That's the only German thing I know is that everything has das.
almost everything. Anyway,
No, everything.
it.
I have a meme that says everything in German. It's like du's, dis, and das.
Der, die,
Oh,
and
there,
das.
there,
Der,
dies,
die,
and
and
das.
das.
Well, close enough. I'm not German, so
I'm not either.
give me credit. I'm also not learning German.
Anyway, there's this one person in there that was new, and
Is it like an actual class you have to go to?
no, it's online.
Then how the hell can you add somebody partway through? Am I just dumb, or I'm just gonna stop talking? Ow.
Okay, so there's this new person in the class, and the question was,
I don't like the furious typing.
what is your hobby? And there's like, my hobby is archaeologist.
Hello? Shit. My game stopped.
What?
My game just lagged incredibly hard, and I was flying, but I was flying straight up at the moment, and I got super. Why
It's
is
like my hobby is archaeologist.
Why is my? I am lagging so much.
Did you accidentally open something?
No, just for whatever reason, I was just lagging really hard.
Mm.
That was super weird. Ooh, okay, yeah, no, my frames are dipping constantly. At least I got a graceful landing. Holy crap. Time to be Squiggly's potato bitch again.
Well, I mean, if they're going to your shop, it's kind of like.
I just really like I just really like the fact that Diz is the one that made that comment in the first place.
Right.
It was not what I was expecting. I still laugh at that every once in a while. It's about time you figured out your sweetness, bitch. Like one of the nicest people I know. Oh yeah, you're his bitch. What? What?
Oh, double take there.
I actually genuinely read that multiple times to make sure I actually got it right before I just died.
No. No. Go away. That was very not.
It's still the funniest thing that I've ever seen.
What? Who? I didn't replay of chat, or did it? Or it didn't happen. Oh wait, chat was disabled. Oh.
What do you?
I what? Who? I didn't replay of chat, or it didn't happen. Oh wait, chat was disabled. Chat was disabled, so it never happened. Get closer a second. Bonk.
Hey Squig,
Huh?
who do you think has more achievements?
Probably you.
I mean,
No. Why did I? What?
no,
Why is it after?
You've been on here a hell of a lot longer.
Why are you after me? Huh?
You've been on here since it opened. I've only been on here for like the past month or so.
Piggy's bad. Bad piggies.
Did you hit a pigman?
No, the gas. I deflected a gas thing and it hit the pigman, I guess. Yeah, fire shell though.
Oh, Sheldo has the most achievements. Yeah,
That
I
one
wouldn't be
surprised me.
surprised.
Yes, I
Sheldo,
got enough
Sheldo.
He's a mysterious man.
Also, is that a hypothesis or a fact? Ironic?
What?
Is that
Oh,
ironic?
No, I meant. Yes. Hypothesis.
That's like people who say a parabola but pronounce it as parabola.
What?
A parabola. It's a graph that's like a U or an upside down U,
Oh.
but it's called a parabola, but it's spelled parabola. So in grade 11 math, everybody's like, yeah, parabola. Yeah, it's like Ebola, but paralyzed. Anyways, I hated that class.
Or a pair of Ebola.
It's plural Ebola. Imagine like an Ebola virus, but like 2.
Imagine the Ebola virus, but 2.
I have a question. Why did you find that funny? That was the dumbest thing I've ever said. That was dumber than the single potato bit. Why are you laughing just as hard?
I'm
Potato
laughing
or
because it's so stupid.
Potato or potato? It's definitely tomato.
Imagine
It's
the Ebola virus,
tomatoes.
but 2.
Tomatoes.
Tomato, potato.
Tomatoes. Tomatoes. And anybody who says anything otherwise is just
Is that like
wrong.
potatoes and tomatoes mixed?
No, that's
I don't know.
That's
It's
tomato.
To-
It's tomato. That's when you
potato,
get the mix.
potato, 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 potato.
If you can't tell, I didn't sleep last night.
That makes it 10 times more funner.
It's been exam week. I've had exams and I haven't been really sleeping. I've gotten one good night of sleep all week. It's great. I am masochist. But like only in spirit. Don't actually hurt me. I will cry.
This place is sad for breakfast.
What was that one post? I can't remember the one post, but it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it was a picture of a sad cat, and it was captioned, "Please don't yell at me, I will cry." And I don't know why, but that was funny.
What? No, which is weird because I've slept like a good probably almost 10 hours last night. And
fun fact, if you sleep too much, it has the same effect of not sleeping enough.
Really?
Or at least a similar effect.
I think I'm just kind of stupid.
Oh, special.
I'm gonna be
stupid.
honest, I'm a little retarded.
I'll have you know, I'm a bit of a specialist myself. Scientist. Damn it.
Specialist.
Specialist. I'm sorry, I was thinking I'm special, so.
I'm a specialist in. No, I'm just special. I'm a professional special.
You know you're a special kind of special when you're a professional special. God, was it weren't those said by Steve Buscemi?
Probably. I don't.
Fun fact about Steve Buscemi, right? So my brother, he's 5 years older than me, right? Before he moved out, he like a few months beforehand, I think he had his house purchased. His living status isn't important. I don't know why I'm getting into that. Anyways, he put a picture. We have pictures of all of us hanging up on a wall, and he posted a picture of Steve Buscemi's face over my own, and nobody noticed for several days before my mom was looking at it from the other room, being like, something doesn't look quite right. And I go up closer, and it's Steve Buscemi's face over mine. I'm like, oh my god, what is this? And we messaged my brother, and he's like, holy crap, it took you guys that long to find out. Anyways, he had one of those poster calendars in his room. You know the kind of calendar it is. Like, the guy is like 19 at the time. You know what kind of calendar it is that's chilling in his room. Anyways, it was like August or something, and August always has the special photos because, you know, it's a hot summer days. Anyways, there was cars involved, and there was also women involved. You could see where I'm going. Anyways, I put the picture of Steve Buscemi's face over one of the girls' faces, and it sat there for months. We flip over to like November and to like December, and he's got a new calendar, and it's just cars this time. It's not girls on cars. It's just cars. He's like, you know what?
Steve Buscemi in
August?
the car.
Yeah, no, it was on the face of the girl that was sitting on the car. So, no, I do not want to know. Do tell us. Anyways, so I put it on her face, and 5 months later now, he's getting his new calendar up, and he's like, you know what? August had that really nice looking girl in it. Let's go back and say, what the shit is this? I accidentally placed Steve Buscemi's face on my older brother's favorite girl on his scandalous calendar.
Oh wow. Accidentally?
I didn't know it was his favorite. I just went down and slapped it on the front because I was like 14. I didn't really care enough at that point. I'm just like, oh, Eric's got a sexy calendar. All right. There we go. Steve Buscemi. That's what you get for putting him on my face, jackass. 6 months later, it finally dawns on. He finally finds out. It was my proudest moment. Because for years, he would beat the shit out of me, but I was too weak to do anything about it. But finally, I got some revenge. I put Steve Buscemi's face on his favorite women. It was probably like 21.
Oh, my friend.
Fantastic.
My friend that I've known since like I was a teeny tiny baby.
Have you
He's like
really
4
known
years
him
older
that
than me.
long? Because have you really known him that long? Because you don't start producing memories until you're like 3.
Well, yeah, like exactly. I didn't like.
So basically, you were
remember him,
forced to
like-
be friends with him at a young age.
No, his mom babysitted me. So, anyway, besides
Babysat.
besides the point.
Babysat.
When he was like
Babysat.
babysat.
Thank you.
When he was like probably I don't know, maybe not 8, 9, 10ish.
It's a few years
He had a poster just like your calendar, or your brother's calendar.
At 9?
Yeah.
Like I'm talking girls in bikinis sitting on the top
Yeah.
of a car.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
at
no,
9.
Not joking.
Did his mom buy it for him?
I don't know.
That would make it a lot worse.
Honestly, I think so, cause he didn't have like his like buy a lot of things. like 10.
Babysitted. Diz is making fun of you. I feel like Diz is just the ultimate troll.
This said he was advanced. He
No.
was.
Diz is absolutely the ultimate shit poster. Or he is
Yeah.
one cool mom. Diz, would you buy a scandalous calendar for your 9-year-old? Because if you say no by your own words, that makes you not a cool mother.
I done it. I done did Saturn on the baby.
Oh my! I just pictured somebody actually just plopping their backside on the face of a baby, and that's how they babysat them.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I
you want me
done
to
did
babysit?
Saturn
Okay.
on the
Whoop. Oh shit! I think I crushed it. You have life insurance, right?
Oh, I'm crying.
I done did set it on a baby.
On the baby.
On the babe. Not the, no, oh, it's like not even a baby. The baby.
I done did set it on the baby.
Like it's the only baby in existence. There's no other babies left on Earth, and Diz just went
On-
down and sat on it.
On the baby.
Da babe. I done did squat down on that there baby. That there baby did because I done squat on it.
Hey, you're doing German. Dat dare. Dare.
Went with my 9-year-old son to buy a video game that was rated mature. Had to tell the clerk yes. Oh, everybody's done that. Everybody's bought
Yeah.
a violent video game. Hey mom, can I go pick up the new Call of Duty? Yeah, what is it? Oh, you shoot people. Oh yes. Yes. Then again, there's also the same people then that go on and be like, video games cause violence.
Oh yeah, you shoot people.
They buy their kids the newest Call of Duty, and then they get mad at their kid that they blame violence. And no, they shut up a school because they could go to their nearest neighbor and pick up an AR-15. The $100 they took from your purse, and you didn't get any help for their, I don't know, mental. That's why they shut up a school. Not because you bought them the latest Call of Duty.
Diz said, of course he can have it, however. Or how else would he be ready for the apocalypse?
Moms that don't are dirt. I see the not wanting your kid to play a mature game. I get it. But I feel like 17 is a little ridiculous.
Right.
Like, a game, it can be the most innocent game. It could be it could literally be Stardew Valley.
Mm-hmm.
But if the main character said, "Oh fuck, I dropped my spoon," boom, it's now mature.
Clerks looked at me like, who are you?
Can you three shut?
San Andreas. Ah. It's San Andreas. Ah.
Oh, see, that was one I was never allowed. I was not allowed to play the GTA. I just went to my
Same
buddy's
for
house and played.
that and Call of Duties.
See, my brother got Call of Duty. I was never really interested in COD. I
Yeah.
only ever really found when you had a bunch of friends over and you just played zombies and you accidentally shot each other.
It's like, ooh, violence.
The GTA, I played GTA 4 a lot at my buddy's place. That's also where we played Black Ops 2. We did exactly that. We played Black Ops 1 here because my brother had Black Ops 1, so I played Black Ops 1. Otherwise, I've always been a Nintendo fan. Super Smash Bros. Is the only real fighting game that they have. Anyway, Squid, you were telling a story.
What
Do
was
you
that? Which
remember
one?
at this point?
The one about the poster? Or
I don't know. All I know is you were
that
telling a
was
story.
was it during the anniversary?
It was like they wanted to
Um,
save school, but it was a mob. It was a tear in the universe film. I feel like if you walk up and like, yeah, he wants to get this, and like you acknowledge the fact that you know what the game is,
Oh.
yes, you will get looks. But if you're not like really paying attention to what they want, you're just like, yeah, you want to wants this game, you just toss it. They'll do their job because I feel like that's
Right.
how they'll get the games. The parents who don't really care about paying attention to the game, they just think, oh, it's a video game, I can babysit my kid for a couple of hours.
Right. Same with like iPads and stuff.
But,
Then
like,
again, that's a lot less like.
And YouTube, which is why COPPA's a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like if you acknowledge, like, yeah, he wants to get this, you are aware this is a game where your kid can walk into a strip club, right? Yeah, I know. You sure you want to get this? Sure, yeah, it's fine. Then I feel like, oh, that's a lot of sauce, but alright, sure. Here you go. Have a lovely day.
I forgot dirt.
Like the thing, the coolest thing. Your kid probably thinks you're one of the coolest people. But the clerk's like, something's not normal in that household. But what are they gonna do? They got paid. The only time I've had to get help getting a game. Salespeople just don't get me. Oh, salespeople. Yeah, the only time I've ever had to get help getting a game was for, believe it or not, a Zelda game.
What?
Majora's Mask is rated T.
Oh my god.
I mean, the game does talk about death a lot. I mean, you literally play a song and their corpse turns into a wearable mask that lets you transform into the species that they were. Also, the world is going to end and you have 3 days, and if you don't save the world, a giant moon literally crushes down and kills absolutely everybody, including yourself. So, I kinda get it. But at the same time, it's a Zelda game. So anyways, I was like 11. And I went to EB Games, and they was like, how old are you? I'm like 11, and they're like, sorry kid, it's T. I'm like, it's a Zelda game.
Boy, if you know.
It's a Zelda game. He's like, I know, but it's T, and I'm legally not. And the mom's like, for Christ's sakes. And she just got it because she knows what the game is. I oftentimes show her videos of games because at this point, you can't stop me. The only games I legally can't buy are ones rated A. And I mean, I can get those if I really wanted to in a couple of months. And I mean, really, now I'm smart enough that all I need to do is just make an email that was born in like 1983.
1817.
1817. I have just before I turned 17, I got a couple of on the Switch. On the Switch, you're not even allowed to view teen or mature rated games until your email that's registered with is of it. Like, if your email says you're 12, you can't even see what a T-rated game is about on the Switch. It straight up blocks you, even if you have parental controls disabled. Which is kind of cool, but kind of annoying, because I want to get the Binding of Isaac, which is a dungeon crawler where you shoot tears. Granted, your kid is dead, he's suffocated in a box, and his mother's trying to kill him. But that's all like a background lore, and isn't really relevant to the gameplay. Like, it's story background for playing the game. It doesn't really matter playing the game. You literally play as a kid shooting tears at shit monsters, and it's rated M. I'm not even joking. You look at the game, there's literal enemies that are actual shit. One of them is named Dingle. Anyways, it's a fun game. And I had to make an email. I had to make a separate account. The Child Online Privacy Protection Act. Thing is I don't think that is a COPPA thing. I think that's just a Japan thing, which is super weird because Japan is also super lax on their child protective laws. I'm gonna. There's a really disturbing fact about Japan. Here's your warning now. The age of consent in Japan is 13.
What?
The age of consent in Japan is 13.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Given that the other person is 22 or older. Or younger, not older, younger.
Huh.
Yeah, America, they can get in big trouble. What is the US government gonna be like, Japan, give us money? Why? You let a 12-year-old buy a teen-rated game. Japan's gonna be like, no, fuck you, you nuked us. Twice. Piss off. And then go be with their 13-year-old.
Oh my god.
Japan is weird. Japan is cool, but Japan is weird. Maybe
It's cool because it's weird.
Not maybe back in the 1300s. Today, if you Google it, it's 13. It is 13. That is the second lowest I know of. Yes, I said second lowest.
What's the most?
I can't remember the exact country, but it was somewhere, and I think Africa, which really doesn't surprise me. 11. 11. There's a country, I'm fairly certain it's either in like Southern Europe, Southeastern Asia, or Africa. One of those ones, I can't remember where exactly. It's 11. It's just disgusting.
Yeah.
It's just gross. But like, I can't see. I feel like it's just a Nintendo play, like the whole Nintendo making it so you can't even view a game. Just a Nintendo selling family-friendly content. Which, by the way, is hilarious with the Switch era of games because both Nintendo and Steam stopped censoring their games.
Huh.
Remember back in the day when Nintendo censored, I think it was Mortal Kombat, because the PS was too much, and so like the Sega Genesis was like, Sega does what Nintendo don't, because on theirs you could get Mortal Kombat with blood, but you couldn't on the NES. And now you can straight up buy a game where you play as a massive middle finger and it's a bullet hell shooter. Terrible topic, 200 would not I agree. But you know what? I have a bunch of random facts that I like sharing that prove that this is not a world that's fun to live in. This is not a world one should put a child into. The population's at 7 billion right now. China had it right. Only one kid per household.
Really? I
Yeah,
didn't
then
know
they
that was
got
a
rid of that act because everybody was killing their daughters because they wanted the family name to continue.
thing. Oh. Okay, let's change the topic.
I like that word for somewhat lighthearted topic. Yeah, they killed their daughters. That's actually, I find is actually a fascinating topic. I find the most morbid shit fascinating. I don't know why, but how desperate does an entire culture have to be that in order to keep their family name alive, they're willing to kill their daughters? just so they can have a son to carry on the family name. Like, I find that both depressing.
Okay, 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 okay.
You can tell I spend a lot of time in religion doing absolutely no religion. I Google all this shit during religion class.
Discuss.
Were lost at sea in 1992 and are still being discovered today. Discuss.
Really? You're going into a can.
That's exactly what I said. This one hates me. I'm gonna keep talking because
Okay, let's look at this.
alright, you googled the rubber
What
ducks?
can 28,000 rubber duckies lost at sea teach us about our oceans?
It
In
floats.
1992, a shipping crate containing 28,000 plastic bath toys was lost at sea when it fell overboard. When it fell overboard on its way from Hong Kong
Of course
to
it was
the
Hong
United
Kong. We're
States.
back to China.
No one at the time could have guessed that those were the same bath toys would still be floating in worlds nearly 20 years later.
Oh my god, 20 years? Holy sh... That's because they're plastic and they don't biodegrade, destroying them. I can make almost anything into a depressing topic. Challenge me, I dare you.
Since that fabled day in 1992 when they were unceremoniously abandoned at sea, the yellow duckies have been bobbed halfway around the world. Some have washed up on the shores of Hawaii, Alaska, South America, Australia, and the Pacific Northwest. Others have been found frozen in the Arctic ice. Still others have somehow made their ways as far as Scotland and Newfoundland in the Atlantic. Huh, that's interesting.
I probably sound super far away right now. It's
Oh
because
my
I unplugged
gosh,
my
you sound
microphone.
scuffed.
Give me a second, I'm trying to fix my microphone.
You sound so scuffed.
That's because this is my laptop microphone right now.
Sounds like he's talking into his toilet. Ew, megalopenia, gross. Megalopenia again, gross. Disgusting. So sounds like he's talking. Ugh.
Okay, should be good.
Okay.
Let's see if let me know. Still super bad.
Anyways,
Anyways.
was saying it sounded like you were talking into the toilet.
Yeah, I saw that notification. Anyways, do you want to know something else interesting that kept washing up on shore that was concerning people for a while?
Oh.
The remains of the right foot of humans. Just the right foot, not the left, just the right.
And only the right, nothing
and
else?
only the right foot. Oh, and sometimes the shoe.
Uh-huh.
But
okay.
There was very few left feet ever found. This was in, I think, British Columbia? Canada. In Canada, They were finding the right foot of several people. They were trying so long, like years to figure. It turns out they were just like the remains of a shipwreck.
And only the foot was left?
Yeah, like the rest of the body was gone. It was just for they think it was like animals and whatnot eating at the bodies, like fish and whatnot eating the what was left, or crabs
They
and
don't
whatnot,
like
and they
the
just
right
like
foot?
I guess they just don't like right feet.
Okay.
I mean, to each their own. But like,
Oh,
did you crash?
okay. Flying is not enabled on the server.
I like how flying is not enabled. Electro.
I thought it was the tennis shoe.
No, it was just a ton of right feet were being found on the shores of eastern Canada. Imagine you go to the beach with your family and you just find a right foot.
It's
For
just
a-
like, we're eating good tonight.
Hey Charlie, fire up the grill. We got a fresh one. Ah.
uh,
I like how Diz is like, let's change the conversation. Ducks, and I'm like, feet. Okay,
Rubber ducky feet.
but like severed feet, and only the feet, and only the right foot. I know a bunch of really random facts. You want to know my favorite whale facts?
No.
There's 3 of them.
Go for it.
So the first one is arteries near a whale's heart is large enough for a human to swim in.
Dang.
The bubble from a whale fart is large enough to fit a horse. And sometimes whale carcasses end up on the beach and they bloat and explode.
I've heard about that one.
Have you seen a video of it?
No.
Oh,
Kinda
it's
do though.
it's super gross. But the ones you'll find are people who have to go out and cut these guys open and let them spill out naturally so that they don't explode.
Oh,
Because
that'd
all-
be nasty
It's
smelling.
because like all the gases in their gut start building up after they die. So all the gases they're building up, and the only way to get rid of them is to cut it out. So they have to cut it open in order to get the guts out.
That would smell so nasty.
Yes, it would. Yummy.
Subway footlongs aren't wait, okay. Subway footlongs aren't foot long. Aren't a foot long. Discuss.
Actually, I actually have something on this. They were 11 inches.
God.
They were roughly 11 inches. Fun fact, they were also originally made with the chemical used in yoga mats.
What?
Yeah, they used a chemical that's in yoga mats to make their bread original. Anyways, the breads used to be like 11 something inches long, and somebody actually measured the foot long. I was like, you know what, fuck that, and sued them. And they're now a foot long.
Okay.
Is that good enough for you? Did we discuss this enough? Are you satisfied with our discussion? Discussion? That's the right word.
Discussion. They said yoga mats, just delicious.
Oh, yeah. Don't you think, Squig?
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's taken a nice hearty bite out of a yoga mat at least once.
I mean, like, it's like the ultimate protein snack during PE.
Find
you know,
me
you just get a
somebody
little
who's
bit of
never just looked at a yoga
take
mat
a
and be like,
nice
I
little
need a
bite
nice
out of
big
it.
crunch of this. Chewy. Just like my hamster.
It's a registered trademark as a descriptive name for the sub sold in Subway restaurants, and not intended to be a measurement of length.
I'm going to call a healthy dosage
I'm-
of Bull.
I'm echoing?
Shit.
Hold on. Give me 1 sec.
Oh shit, you're over there. I didn't see you. What are you searching? What? Oh, why are you echoing? Ooh, ooh, I'm gonna go. We'll get a drink real quick. Wait, I already have a drink. Okay. I don't need to get a drink. I forgot I have one right beside me. Dip,
That's
dip,
weird. Am I echoing at
potato chip,
Discord?
dip. No, no, you're not. Dip,
Is
dip,
it?
chip, dip, dip, potato chip, dip, dip,
Okay.
potato chip, dip, dip,
Okay. I
potato
think
chip.
I'm good now, am I?
Dip, dip, potato. Oh wait, oh wait, oh wait, oh wait, ha ha ha. Sorry,
Sorry.
swore. Aye. You know, fine, but I'm not trusted.
Okay. That was weird. I think I had. I got no idea.
I think I got. Oh, am I kidding? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just bored. Anyways, I came
Bored.
up here because I had a gift for you.
Oh. What was it? Oh. Speed.
But now you don't get what?
Speed.
Do you seriously know the color of potion that well?
Kinda. Many, many months of Sky Wars. Gosh, voice crack. Sky Wars helped me. Sky Wars.
Sky Wars. Ah, what's another fun topic to discuss?
Medicine bottle foil exists because of poison? Oh. Really?
Did you know if you eat enough of those silicone packets that they do not eat, you'll see Jesus himself?
Really? Let me
Yeah.
get my beef jerky. They're always in beef jerky packets.
And backpack.
You ever get the do not eat silicone things? Or sorry. I'm gonna shut up now.
I actually open them up, snort there, crush them down, crush them up, and snort them.
Right, judging.
Give
Don't
me
you hate it
those.
when you get beef jerky with your silicone packets?
Are you kidding me? It's the best high of my life. I see the target. I see the target.
Hmm?
Where'd it go? Oh, it's in here.
Why aren't you activating? I saw a melon. Of course you do. I'm gonna get down here and go and grab a snack because I have the snackies. Manhattan tap water isn't kosher. I'll let you to talk about that, Kyle. I'll be back.
Who the hell's putting pig carcasses in the Manhattan water stream? That's my question.
Okay.
Tiny crustaceans floating around in the water. Oh. Are crustaceans not kosher?
Or just drive by bonked. Jilted. Anything not cooked, can't eat it raw. Huh.
Oh. I thought it was just like pork. We get a brand of pickle. It's called kosher dill. I'm very concerned as to why. What makes these pickles kosher and other ones not? I'm Jewish, but hearing that only this brand of pickle is kosher pickles leads me to wonder. Like, I get that they're just dead cucumbers tossed into a salted brine, but give me a topic. I'll try and make it as morbid as I can.
My gosh.
What can I say?
I'm echoing again?
I have a gift.
Heck.
I have a gift.
What is. What heck? Echoing again?
Oh,
What is.
that is
heck?
super weird.
What?
I just pop your stream on.
That is super weird.
What? I hear?
I just pop your stream on.
Okay.
Also, your delay is super short.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Also,
Still,
your delay is super
I
short.
don't know how to do to fix.
I don't know. I just unplugged my microphone, plugged it back in. It's an OBS thing because there's no problems over Discord, so it's an OBS thing.
Yeah, I'll do that real fast.
OBS just isn't picking it up right, so.
Okay.
Ooh, one bottle of
Well,
honey gives you
still-
3 sugar.
Ah, why heck?
Tiny crustaceans would be in the water. I'm gonna Google weird facts.
Is it any good now? 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 No. Now? 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 No.
100 strange but true facts that will shock you. Donkey Kong got his name because his creator believed donkey meant stupid in English and wanted to convey the impression that the character was a stupid ape. The medical term for a butt crack is the intergluteal cleft. People can suffer from a psychological disorder called Bonthropa that makes them believe that they are a cow and they will try and live their life as a cow.
What? Am I still echoey?
The name for the shape of a Pringle is called a hyperbolic
Cool.
paraboloid.
Ah.
Alright, alright, this wants to Google the weird stuff. We're Googling Bonthropa. Bonthropa is a psychological disorder in which the sufferer believes that he or she is a cow or ox. The most famous sufferer of this condition was King Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar?
Nebuchadnezzar?
What?
Nebuchadnezzar.
Nebuchadnezzar,
Said.
who is in the book of Daniel, was driven from men and did not eat grass, did eat grass as oxen. That's an actual thing. There's a McDonald's in every continent except Antarctica.
They should make one there just for the memes.
Just because. Mr. Potato was the first toy to be advertised on TV. I actually knew that one. Hey Squig. And Diz. Do the three of us want to have a truel?
Have a what?
A truel.
What's that?
A duel between 3 people.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Me neither. I do now. The stage before Frostbite is called Frostnip. The 2 tiny holes drilled in every big pen is to ensure that the air pressure is the same both inside and outside, which helps the ink flow to the tip.
I don't know. I guess I could restart OBS and see what happens.
In South Korea, there is an emergency number 113 to report spies. What? Japan is facing a ninja shortage. there is a high demand for ninja shows, but it is dying. But it is a dying tradition, and companies have trouble time finding properly trained ninjas.
Huh.
There is a ninja shortage. Oh my
The
god.
great ninja shortage.
Snails have 14,000 teeth, some can even kill you. Pretty sure snails have the most teeth out of any animal on Earth.
Really?
Yeah, 14,000 give or take, depending on the species.
Let's see if we're good now.
The process by which
We're
bread
good.
toasts is called the
Worked.
Maillard reaction. And people claim they can't find
It worked.
Admiral Akbar's Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, was not a man in a suit, it was actually a giant puppet. Fun
Really?
fact, the guy who puppeted Admiral Akbar came back for, I think it was Episode 8, and was very upset with the way they killed him off. Shortly after they finished filming the movie, they got him to puppet the suit in which they had him do the "It's a trap" line, and he was very upset because it had to do with the way his character was killed off, and he was promised that the character would have a glorified death, but that scene was later cut from the movie. And he was very upset by that.
A California woman tried to sue the makers of
Of
Captain
Captain
Crunch.
Crunch after she
after
learned the
she learned
crunch
her
berries were not real.
not real berries. Because people are stupid.
Did you hear about the guy who tried to sue his parents because he did not consent to being born? I'm not even joking. Sonic the Hedgehog's full name is actually Ogilvy Maurice Hedgehog.
What?
Hedgehog's full name. Sonic's full name.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, fact 19 is just false. It claims that even though Fruit Loops are different colors, they all have exactly the same flavor. That's just flat out wrong. Yellow's the best, green's the worst, and red is just bland.
Every warning label you read and think is really stupid is based on an actual lawsuit that deemed it necessary to place that stupid warning on it. Again, because people are stupid.
I saw a warning sign that said "Don't stick your fingers where you wouldn't stick your dong."
What?
Don't stick your fingers where you wouldn't stick your dong.
What if I want to get an M&M out of the package?
Would you put your dong in there?
No.
Then don't put your hand. It was more specifically like, don't put your fingers inside of power tools if you wouldn't put your dong inside of power tools. Anyways, George Clooney did the voice for Sparky, a gay dog, in South Park.
Who did?
George Clooney.
Oh.
Green is amazing. It's minty fresh. Most toilet paper sold for home use in France is pink.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Marmite is one of the most confiscated items at airports from the UK. To overcome this issue, Marmite made smaller ones for traveling. Breathe. Breathe. I'm sorry. Please don't place your hand anywhere. My room is very dark right now, and I can't see jack stuff. Jack stuff. Jack shit, but I'm still gonna reach for my drink because I know where it is. Stopped it for
What on
what on
earth?
earth did I? So I basically stopped playing Minecraft. I'm now just reading off 100 different facts. Well, I probably won't get through them all, but oh, this. Okay, this one coming up's great, but not
Has
quite yet.
mess stuff ever.
The
Yeah.
human nose can remember 50,000 different scents. It's a lot of smells. Cards Against Humanity bought an island in Maine to preserve wildlife. It's called Hawaii too. Okay, so I'm going to say the term for the male genitalia. Daddy longlegs have penises, which technically makes them not a spider. The television was invented only 2 years after the invention of sliced bread.
Huh.
Bullfrogs do not sleep.
Huh.
Oh my god. The dark region on the North Pole of Pluto's moon Charon is called
Tron.
Mordor.
Hmm.
8 of the 10 largest statues in the world are of Buddhas. In 2015, a silver coin with Superman on the head side was made and is legal tender in Canada. There was only
What is?
a silver coin with Superman on the head's side was made, which is legal tender in Canada. There was only 350,000 produced.
Wow.
It took the creator of the Rubik's Cube, Erno Rubik. It's named after himself. That's cool. It took him 1 month to solve the cube after he created it. As of June 2018, the record is 4.22 seconds.
Jeez.
Japanese square watermelons are ornamental plants and are not edible. That's very
Someone
Continue.
Someone tried to sell New Zealand on eBay but was stopped once the bid reached 3,000.
I like that. Somebody tried to sell my school.
What?
Somebody took a picture of my school and posted it on Kijiji.
Wow.
They got to, I think, 5,000 before the school found out and shut it down.
Aw.
We also had a fight page on Instagram, but somebody ratted it out to the principal, and they also got that shut down. Anyways, they promptly
Fight
made a
page?
new, yeah. So it was like SMC fights or whatever. And if there was ever a fight going on, anybody who recorded it would upload it onto that site or onto that page. Tigers have striped skin, not just striped fur. The stripes are like fingerprints, and no two tigers have the same pattern.
Huh.
Ketchup originated in China as a boiled-down brine of pickled fish and spices called ketchup.
Ketchup.
People used to place real in front of their high school back before the internet.
Who shaved one to figure out?
That's a good point. My guess is that they had to do like surgery or something on one to keep it alive.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, in Morse code, dash dot dash means K. That's amazing because that's the okay. Are you gonna shut up now, face?
Mm-hmm.
In 2005, a fortune cookie company called Wonton Food Incorporated correctly foretold lottery numbers, resulting in 110 winners and an investigation. No fraud was
McDonald's once tried to sell bubblegum flavored broccoli to encourage kids to eat healthier.
involved. Why did you say
How would
that
that
while I was taking a
encourage?
drink? I almost threw up.
Ugh. Bubblegum. How do they even do that?
Whoa. Two PlayStation 1 games, FIFA 2001 and Gran Turismo 2, had scratch and sniff discs. The FIFA 1 smelled like a soccer field, and the Gran Turismo 2 smelled like car tires.
How does one replicate a soccer field smell?
Well, just like
And what's even a soccer field smell like? Grass?
in,
Doritos are flammable and
in
can be used as kindling?
I actually knew that one. I actually did that once. Actually, just to try. Yeah, it works. You can also use hand sanitizer
Yeah.
because it's alcohol.
Hmm.
If you die in Amsterdam with no next of kin, family, or friends to prepare funeral or mourn over the body, a poet will write a poem up for you and recite at your funeral. That's actually really cool. If you die with no friends or family, somebody will write a poem about you. That's depressing, but also kind of cool.
Great Britain once had a cons? Whatever hotline
Great
for
Britain
people to
once had a
report
cones hotline to report people with rogue traffic cones.
cones. Oh my gosh.
You're
Cons.
so autistic.
I-
For people to wait, so is it like a rainy day and there's just a traffic cone being? Have you guys seen that video of the guy who was being chased by a traffic cone and he ended up, or not being chased, but like he was following the traffic cone was being pushed and the water ended up pushing it over and the guy's like, dude, it just cut you off. What the hell? As it's being pushed across the. I love that video.
what?
The Himalayan honeybee, the largest of the honeybees, make the hallucinogenic honey that tribes collect.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. Okay, Squig. Quick question. Do you know what a cassette tape is?
Yeah.
Okay. In 2014, Sony made a cassette tape that can store 185 terabytes of data.
What?
A cassette tape that can hold 148 terabytes of data.
Dang.
It's a lot of data.
Uh-huh.
The collars on men's dress shirts used to be detachable. This was to save on laundry costs, as the collar was the part that needed cleaning the most frequently.
Interesting.
The man who found the 500,000-year-old corpse, Otis the Iceman, in 1991, the oldest natural European mummy, was also found dead frozen in ice in 2004.
Does does he know what a cassette tape is? Oh my gosh, I'm so old.
I just wanted to make sure he knows what a cassette tape is, because not a lot of people know what a cassette tape is.
Really?
I never had to use a cassette tape. I was born, CDs were all around.
Yeah, me too.
Well, obviously, if I was, you were.
Well, yeah.
Cassette tapes
Flamin'
was
Hot
like,
Cheetos were invented by a janitor, so respect your school janitor.
ironically enough, the janitor's probably the one that needs to clean up the dust from Flaming Hot Cheetos more than anyone else. So that one backfired.
Why is your snowman not doing?
Because it hasn't been carved and I didn't place them. And I don't want to because as soon as they are, it's gonna rain and they're gonna die.
Why are they not doing?
In 2014, a missing woman on vacation in Iceland was found when it was discovered that she was in the search party looking for herself.
The people in that search party were like, "What the heck, man? We've
In
been looking for 2
2014,
hours."
a missing woman on vacation in Iceland was found when it was discovered that she was in the search party looking for herself.
Right, thinking, "Oh
What?
man, that person has the same name as me, looks like me, and everything. I wonder if it's my
I'm more
doppelganger."
curious how long were they searching before they realized the person searching with them was the person they're looking for. Flipping a shark. Yes! I heard about this. It renders them immobile. I'm pretty sure if they're upside down for too long as well, they end up drowning because in order to breathe, I can make everything morbid. In order to breathe, they have to be constantly moving in order to get water to flow through their gills. So if you flip them upside down and they can't move, they're not getting any oxygen, so then they end up suffocating. So I will not be doing that. Sorry, I won't be accepting your $50 because I don't want to kill a shark. I have a tickle in the back of my throat. Be back in 15 if I should get back before return. Just tell me to stay here till I get... I'll be back in 15. If I should get back before I return, just tell me to stay till I... Am I just retarded or... Okay.
I'm
Pretty sure I lost.
lost.
Okay. 'Cause I'm reading that like, am I just missing something? Or... I'm so confused. Just leave it at that. I should probably get back to Minecraft. I've been half this stream so far has been me reading. I didn't even get halfway through the list.
I've got to hop off.
Well, in that case, more fast. If you
Oh,
sneeze
God.
while traveling at 60 miles per hour, your eyes are closed for an average of 50 feet.
Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Thank you for sticking around and yeah, facting.
I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
Both Nicolas Cage and Michael Jackson shared the same wife, Elvis Presley's daughter.
Whoa.
I'm actually gonna go back and play some Minecraft now. Some
Okay.
Shaftcraft 4.
Well, I
I
will see
am
you
poor.
later. Bye-bye.
Later.
I'm getting there.
Are you struggling?
Yeah, I'm closing out stuff. Okay, bye.
No. No, mushrooms. Squeeze.
Tonight, quiet tonight. You're so sick, so.
Oh, that's a fun sound. Hang on, that's a fun sound. Oh, my elytra's broken. Okay. Can you shut up? Honey blocks are fun. to enslave a villager at some point. Oh, that's right, it's broken. I guess I'll finish the stream off doing this. Yep, this is how I'm gonna do it. The same way we started, killing spiders. But yeah, I gotta get a hold of a villager at some point for Drown Farm. I guess I could set it up so I can read more stupid facts while it does this thing. So what do we got? Alligators will give manatees the right of way if they are swimming next to each other. You guys are really loud. What else you got? Crystal, the monkey from The Hangover 2 and Night of the Museum, has her own IMDb page. The I'm Feeling Lucky feature on Google originally cost Google $110 million a year, as 1% of all searches use this feature and bypass all advertising. Oh, it is. Damn it, OBS, why are you such a pain in my ass? Of course the Germans have a word for gaining weight for emotional eating. Why wouldn't the Germans have a term for that? Magpies are considered one of the most intelligent animals in the world and are the only non-mammal species to recognize itself in a mirror test. Expedia.com, Hotels.com, Hotwire.com, Trivago, Travelocity, and Orbit are all owned by the same company, Expedia Incorporated. Baked beans are not actually baked, but stewed. What? Hang on, what? Rowan Atkinson, I probably mispronounced that, but the guy also known as Mr. Bean is the voice of Zazu in The Lion King. Zazu is Mr. Bean. It's the most popular item at Walmart is bananas. And sunsets on Mars are blue. The small indents on the bottom of frozen pizzas are to prevent air bubbles forming inside the dough. That actually makes a lot of sense. The term footage comes from fills being measured in feet, when being edited in the early days of filmmaking. In 2005, Mark Zuckerberg unsuccessfully tried to sell Facebook for 75 million back when it was called the Facebook. I never knew Facebook was originally called the Facebook. His ashes were buried in a Pringle can? That's actually super cool. I would love to be buried in a Pringle can. There is an opposite of albino animals, which aren't white but black. These are known as melanistic animals. Some areas in Scotland and Japan switched to blue street lights. Blue lights at night, and saw a decrease in crime and suicide rates. The problem is blue lights also keep people awake, so people aren't sleeping. Pros and cons. Yeah, buried in a Pringle can. Huh. Digging a hole to China is theoretically possible if you start in Argentina. I prefer a Bluebell ice cream. Oh. Is Bluebell? I don't think it's... What's the company at the commercial with the super creepy person covered in ice cream? It's just staring dead face into the camera, slowly scooping ice cream off the top of their head and eating it. I want to say it was something baby ice cream, but I can't remember what exactly. I don't know why that came to mind when I heard Bluebell, but it did. And now I'm gonna have nightmares. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Hi, YouTube. There are cells in the human body called faggot cells, which cause leukemia. I have a friend who actually had bouts with leukemia. That would be an interesting fact to tell him. Get to tell him his leukemia was caused by faggot cells. Was it a Japanese commercial? You know what? That sounds like a Japanese commercial. Oh, I could totally do a stream of just watching Japanese commercials. What was the one Japanese commercial? Hang on. Yes, this is it. Oh, I don't know if that went through stream or not, but Jesus Christ. I apologize for that. Oh my god. This is the greatest Japanese commercial for anything I have ever seen, and I hate it so much. This is a pudding commercial. It's a pudding commercial to celebrate like the 25th anniversary of this pudding. It is terrifying. For Christ's sakes, OBS, I hate you right now. You know, this stream is failing hard. Oh, it is such a weird commercial. I'm gonna do that at one point. I'm just gonna do a stream where I'm just gonna watch Japanese commercials because they are some of the weirdest shit. Anyways, what do we got? Strawberries can also be white or yellow, and some can even taste like pineapples. Yes, we tried to grow these in the front yard. They never actually grew, but they were pine berries, and they were the white strawberries that taste like pineapple. They're pine berries. Kind of interesting. You've been staring at me the whole time. I don't appreciate it. Alright, what else do we got? Elephants make friends, bury their dead, travel for funerals, speak to each other, and show extreme intelligence. They also have a sound that tells them there are bees here. Let's leave immediately. As of 1995, over 50% of Iceland's population believed in the existence of elves. When Really? Coca-Cola only has 2 people who know the secret recipe, and they are not allowed to. Why wouldn't they be allowed to travel on the same plane? Wouldn't you want them on the same plane? Or is it like in case the plane gets shot down, there's still at least one person who knows the formula? Because I'm thinking, wouldn't it be easier to make sure they don't talk about the formula if they're in the same place? But if the plane gets shot down, then it makes sense. You know what, Diz? I'm actually gonna try that one later. I'm gonna try the envelope one later. When watermelons are grilled or baked, they lose their granular texture and can be used as a meat substitute. That sounds disgusting. A watermelon meat substitute? Why would you want that? Gross. James Blunt recorded his first album while living with Carrie Fisher. Goodbye My Lover was recorded in her bathroom. I miss Carrie Fisher. She was a funny ass person. Like, watermelon might be good, but can you imagine grilling watermelon? Like, it would still taste like a meat substitute. Sure, that's cool and all, but like grilled watermelon? Gross. Some cat breeds are called puppy cats and are bred specifically to exhibit dog-like. Why? Why would you get a cat that was specifically bred to act like a dog? Why wouldn't you just get a dog? You know, Carrie Fisher was one of the funniest people I've ever, like, she was genuinely funny. Watching some of her stuff, like interviews and whatnot she did, was funny as shit. She also did not care. She did not care one bit. There's this one story. I actually got this from the Fact Fiend channel, Fact Fiend with Carl Smallwood. I don't know if it's true or not, but they did a whole video and wrote an article on this. But apparently, and I quote, there is a picture of Carrie Fisher's rack out there somewhere. And the way the story goes is that they would have to use tape in order to keep things in place. And so as a joke, Carrie Fisher had offered Carrie Fisher had offered to auction off the job of untaping her, and essentially a war ensued within the office and everything. And she basically saw this and was like, fuck it. And she just went to the photocopier and just photocopied just pictures and handed them out to everybody so that they'd stop fighting over who got to do the job. And nobody knows if the story, or nobody has confirmed whether the story is true or not, but nobody has either denied it. And so there's a good chance that there's still a picture floating around somewhere. Oh, you son of a... buttons. Shit, I got stuck. Yeah, Carrie just gave absolutely no fucks. It's fantastic. Oh, I left to get away from you. You're kind. No, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Don't do it. Hey, you stop. Yeah, I could absolutely see it happen. That's just the funniest thing. See, offered to auction off the job and just said, fuck it, and just photocopied her rack and handed it out to, like, it seems like something she would do too. That's just the funniest thing. Thing is like, you would think that would be something someone would be embarrassed about, but she just doesn't care at all. That's just funny. It's just funny as hell. Imagine doing that just to spite people. You're still here. You should have despawned, damn it. Oh my, Jesus Christ. Baby zombies are scary. Baby zombies are easily the scariest thing in this game. Alright, are you done spawning? Be great if you were. Oh my, he's still... He is still there. Okay, I'm just gonna chill here for a bit. Wait for him to despawn. Oh, I heard about that. Underwear doesn't exist in space. That was the quote they had used. Underwear does not exist in space. That was the reasoning. She was put through hell for those movies, but she did a damn good job at it. What was the one quote? It was like the most uncomfortable thing, and it was physically uncomfortable being in, what was it, the slave outfit, the metal bikini or whatever. She had said that was the worst part because it didn't fit properly. It took multiple people to put it on, and oh shit, what was the quote? I gotta find the quote. I gotta find that quote. Where's the quote? Oh my, okay. So there was a lot of backlash from the thing. I just found this now. The ongoing backlash about Leia's famous gold Kini resurfaced after Fisher interviewed Daisy Ridley for Interviews magazine. She told her, "Don't be a slave like I was, and you keep fighting against that slave outfit." Knowing Fisher's tongue-in-cheek, candid interview style, and given the casual manner of the interview, the quotes weren't meant to be taken so seriously. Ah. Yeah, I can't find the exact quote that I'm looking for, but it had something to do with George. What was it? It was funny as shit. Why can't I find it? Oh, she was only 60? Wow. Return the Jedi, costume, yada yada yada. Jabba thinks he can humiliate Alderaan's princess, but all she's doing is waiting for the opportunity to kill Jabba. Yeah, we all saw that. The only way they knew to make the character stronger was to make her angry. Oh, that makes sense. This was no bikini, it was metal. It didn't go where you went, Fisher recalled in the book. After the shots, the prop man would have to come check me. He Oh. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say that. Oh, there it is. There it is. So Chris Taylor wrote the How Star Wars Conquered the Universe that Fisher was concerned about how the slave Leia image would be used outside the film. Your quote is, "I told George Lucas, you have the right to my face. You do not have the right to my lagoon of mystery." That's the quote. You do not have the right to my lagoon of mystery, Fisher once said, according to Taylor. That's the quote I was looking for. Hopefully that skeleton's actually gone now. You have the rights to my face, but not the rights to my lagoons of mystery. spent way too long looking for that quote. I could have my Elytra repaired by now. That was loud. I swear to God, if this skeleton's, I'm gonna be mad. Thank God. Oh, that's a cave sound. That's a new one. Are they are gonna spawn? I forgot. I just turned the sound down. I can't hear them. I'm gonna look up Carrie Fisher quotes now. "30 memorable quotes from Carrie Fisher." Okay, here's some quotes on the legacy of Star Wars. "People are still asking me if I knew Star Wars was going to be that big of a hit. Yes, we all knew. The only one who didn't know was George." Calling bullshit. "Leia follows me like a vague smell." "I signed my likeness away. Every time I look in the mirror, I have to send Lucas a couple bucks." "Every time I look in the mirror, I have to send Lucas a couple of bucks." Oh my God. Oh my. Oh, here's a description of people. "People see me and they squeal like tropical birds or seals stranded on the beach." That is the most interesting way I've heard somebody describe fans. "They squeal like tropical birds or seals stranded on a beach." Or, "You're not really famous until you're not really famous until you're a pest dispenser." Oh my God. You know what? That's true. Until you're a Pez dispenser, you ain't made shit. So that's what Han Solo, or Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher. Who else has been made into a Pez dispenser from that series? Pez dispenser. On the fleeting nature of success. She has a quote. "There is no point at which you can say, well, I'm successful now. I might as well take a nap." I'm gonna say bullshit on that one. Pretty sure Mark Zuckerberg can do whatever the hell he wants. Or the actor who played Boba Fett stood behind me while I was wearing a bikini. Oh, I heard about that one. see me all the way to Florida. I heard that one actually. I think from the Fact Fiend video I mentioned earlier. I like the term though. I like the fact that she always says it in the most interesting way. Like, she never just outright says. Like, the guys working would be like, and I quote, "Are the tits good?" And that's how they would talk to her. But her response is, "You don't have the right to my lagoons of mystery." Or, "See all the way down to Florida." The way she says it, I think, is the most interesting part. She never just outright says it, but it still seems just as graphic. It's so weird. It's super strange. Ooh, on dealing with mental illness. This is my favorite quote of hers. It has nothing to do with Star Wars, but it's her quote about mental illness. "I am very sane about how crazy I am." That's just perfect. "I am very sane about how crazy I am." Who played Boba Fett? Boba Fett's another fun character. In on all three of the movies, Boba Fett only ever got 5 lines, and that's if you include the scream of when he fell into the Sarlacc pit. He only had 4 lines where he actually spoke. Yet he's like one of everybody's favorite characters. Yet he's only spoken 5 lines in the original trilogy. Holy shit, she's got a lot of quotes on love. Like, a lot of quotes on love. There's 3, but one of them's really, really long. Okay, hang on. So, oh god, what are you doing? Alright, what do we got? "Somebody has to stand still for you to love them. My choices are always on the run." That's just sad. "Somebody has to stand still for you to love them. My choices are always on the run." I feel like that applies to a few too many people. I've got to stop getting obsessed with human beings and fall in love with a chair. Chairs have everything human beings have to offer and less, which is obviously what I need. Less emotional feedback, less warmth, less approval, less patience, and less response. The lesser is merrier. Chairs it is. I must furnish my heart with feelings for furniture. What? Oh my. She's. What? I am so confused. I am so utterly beyond confused. I mean, it's not wrong. See, on emotions, the only thing worse than being hurt is everybody knowing that, oh, that's sappy. It's true, but it's sappy. See, on relationships, I envy people who have the capacity to sit with another human being and find them endlessly interesting. I would rather watch TV. Of course, this becomes eventually known to the other person. Wait, you missed it? Oh. You know what? I might have just cut that one short. I usually end up cutting stuff short without thinking about it. The other one was the only thing worse than being hurt is everybody knowing that you're hurt. Which is just sad. It's true, but sad. She's got 3 quotes here on Hollywood. These ones are probably going to be interesting. The acting engenders and harbors qualities that are best left way behind in adolescence. You can't find any true closeness in Hollywood because everybody does the fake closeness so well. Wow, I thought these would be interesting. These are depressing. In a man's world that show business is a man's meal, with women generously sprinkled through like an overqualified spice. Damn it, I thought those would be interesting in her ripping into Hollywood. Although I guess she did rip into Hollywood, but they're more depressing than they were interesting. Like an overqualified spice. That's actually kind of funny. She definitely had I feel like, really, what all was she, I feel like Star Wars is really the only big thing she was in that I can think of. Like, if she was in anything else, let me know, but I can't think of anything else that she was really in. I know Mark Hamill did a lot of stuff, a lot of like villain stuff. He was one of the villains in The Flash, and he voiced the Joker at one point, and he voiced Firelord Ozai from Avatar. Han Solo went on to be like Indiana Jones and shit, but I don't really know what else Carrie Fisher was really in. But yeah, like you mentioned earlier, like she has it rough, but she definitely owned it and she kicked ass whenever she could. Blue Brothers, yeah, that's not one I've heard of. She wrote The Notebook, that was huge. These are all ones I've never heard of. But that's probably either something of me either being young or me just not watching that genre of, or something like that. Or if it was a book, in which case, well, I don't read. Except for Michael Grant. I genuinely can't tell if you mean she wrote a book or wrote a movie, and I don't know what's worse. The fact that I can't tell which, or the fact that I've never heard of it. I genuinely don't know, and I feel stupid because of it. Hold on, I gotta look that up. I don't know what that is. Okay, it was a movie 2004. Ryan Gosling in the Van Notebook. In the Notebook. Plot summary. Oh, I dropped my pen. Why did I even have a pen? In a nursing home, resident Duke reads a romance story of an old woman who has a senile dementia with memory loss. In the late 1930s, wealthy 17-year-old Allie Hamilton is spending summer vacation at Seabrook. Local worker Noah Calhoun meets Allie at the carnival, and they soon fall in love. Yeah, this isn't something I think I would ever watch. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't gone to her IMDb. That would have made a lot more sense. Although she's got a few more quotes I'm going to read first, just get through the rest of this page, and then yeah, I take a look at that. Oh, my elytra's done. She's got one on fear. Stay afraid, but do it. Stay afraid, but do it anyways. What's important is the action. You don't have to wait to be confident. Just do it, and eventually the confidence will follow. Yeah, that's another sappier one. See, we got a few on life. I don't want life to imitate art. I want life to be art. No motive is pure, no one is good or bad, but a hearty mix of both, and sometimes life actually gives to you by taking away. If my life wasn't funny, it would just be true, and that's unacceptable. That's funny and sad. That's funny sad. There's got to be a term for that. Funny sad. If my life wasn't funny, it would be true, and that is unacceptable. I shot through my 20s like a luminous thread through a dark needle, blazing towards my destination, nowhere. What the hell kind of a description is that? I shot through my 20s like a luminous thread through a dark needle. I don't know. That's weird. Oh my God, these descriptions are amazing. My life is like a lone, forgotten Q-tip in the second to last drawer. I feel called out. I'm 80% sure that's where we keep our Q-tips. I'm 80% sure we have Q-tips in the second to last drawer. I don't like that. I feel called out. Alright, and we got one last quote. It's on death. This one's gonna be fun. Oh, this one's gonna be fun. You know what's funny about death? I mean, other than the absolutely nothing at all. You'd think we could remember finding out that we weren't immortal. Sometimes I see children sobbing at airports and I think, oh, they've just been told. Why is that funny and yet traumatizing? Alright, let's take a look at her IMDb. Carrie Fisher, IMDb. Let's see, what do we got? Known for everything Star Wars. What? She was in something from this year. She died 3 years ago. How is she in Wonderwell? She's Hazel. Weird. Oh, she's in Family Guy. She was Angelica. And Angelica as Mon Mothma. The Last Jedi. Lego. What? She did the voices for the Lego Star Wars? At least The Force Awakens? I didn't know that. Star Wars. Oh, the Keith Lemon sketch show. They must have, or they did like with the Rise of Skywalker, where they had enough recorded ahead of time that they could CG what they didn't have. Or I guess it's the same thing, CG her. I guess. They must have had enough lines and just CG her or something. But they'd have to get permission from her daughter to do that. Oh yeah, I forgot. She was in an episode of The Big Bang Theory. Huh. Yeah, there's that episode of The Big Bang Theory where Sheldon managed to get a hold of the voice actor for Darth Vader, and they went up and ding dong ditched Princess Leia. That was funny. She just pops out being like, just telling him to piss off. That was great. Dishonored? What? She was alternative street speaker for Dishonored, the video game. She did the voice for Leia in Robot Chicken. That's awesome. Maybe. It's interesting that they have stuff from 2020. They have stuff of Carrie Fisher. So it's been a few years now, so that's interesting. What else do we got here that I recognize at least? Good Morning Miami. She was in an episode of Sex and the City as herself. Scream 3. Scream 3? What? She was in Scream 3. As Bianca. She was uncredited as the therapist in Austin Powers, the International Man of Mystery. Okay, so she's in a lot of stuff. There's nothing I'm really recognizing. Oh, she was Elizabeth in one of the Frankenstein movies. That's unfortunate. Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. Oh my god, the Star Wars Holiday Special. Diz, if you haven't watched the Star Wars Holiday Special, you gotta look it over. It's on YouTube. It's free. You can find a rip-it on there. If you look up, like, interviews of the characters from some of these things, if you look at Harrison Ford, I think Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel, one of the two, one of the Jimmys, they interviewed Harrison Ford and they mentioned the Holiday Special, and he completely denies their existence. I love that movie so much because of how bad it was. George went so far out of his way to make sure this thing never saw the light of day. And it's now on YouTube. Okay, I don't know. Okay, yeah, it was horrible. The very ending, the last scene, when all of the Wookiees... I don't know the context, I never really watched it all. But there was a scene where it was like a solid minute and a half of just Wookiees walking through a portal to celebrate Life Day, and then it's just Princess Leia singing. The fact that she's credited in the holiday special. Oh Oh my god. I'm gonna do a stream where we just watch the holiday special. I'm gonna do it like Critical did, where he watched the Killer Bean movie. I'm gonna watch the holiday special just because of how bad it is. It was so bad. I like how they just casually switched between live action and cartoon. By the way, Boba Fett got some speaking lines in the holiday special. Pretty sure Boba Fett said more in the holiday special than he said in the entire trilogy combined. Oh, postcards from the edge. That's another one I haven't heard of. Oh my. 21 credits from just paying their respects at the end of shows. Star Wars Episode 8, Golden Mustache, Extra, Catastrophe, The Stories, The Making of Rogue One, Star Wars Story, some French thing I can't pronounce, Parenting for Idiots, Film Journeys, The Star Wars Show, The Graham Norton Show, Family Guy, even Family Guy had one. Rogue One, Nostalgia Critic, Entertainment Tonight, Bright Lights, Marie Antoinette, How Harry Met Sally, This Is Not an Exit, Best of Hollywood, and Awakenings all have either special thanks or a loving memory towards Carrie Fisher. I'm sad now. Carrie Fisher was an amazing person. The world is a more dull place without her. No more witty comebacks. Completely unrelated fun fact. My thing zoomed in, didn't it? It did zoom in. I hate you. OBS, you are the bane of my existence. Why can't you just work for once in your life, you stupid program? You make me want to shoot something. You absolute impossible program. Alright, anyways, as I was saying, I'm gonna end right after this. But if you've ever watched Scream Queens, it's got Carrie Fisher's daughter's one of the characters in Scream Queens. The show is kind of weird. I'm not gonna get into the show itself, but her daughter always wears earmuffs, and it's never explained why she always wears earmuffs. But they found out in an interview that it is in fact a reference to Princess Leia's funky hair side bun twist things. And I thought that was kind of cool. I thought it was quite an interesting fact that her daughter, acting in the show, wore earmuffs. Like, hey, yeah, I'm Princess Leia's daughter. But anyways, on that note, Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. But on that note, I'm going to end it here because I've been doing absolutely nothing for like the past 2 hours. You guessed that. Yeah, I'm gonna end here because definitely gotten off topic. I made money. Oh wait, I can make more money real quick. It might have helped if I put the elytra on before I tried to fly. Yeah, I gotta stay true to the title. I sure I made like 2 grand so far, but I gotta make just a touch more because I'm a greedy bastard. I've broke compared to everybody else on this server with their $10,000s of dollars. So I gotta do this real quick before I forget. You're guessing a lot of stuff right now, aren't you? Managed to guess it was a tribute to her mom. Now you guess what I'm doing with this money. Oh, Rocket's gonna be broke after this. No, he won't. He sold an elytra for 25,000. I can sell string to him. If my hand will stop shaking. How much do I have? 64, 37, 94, 94 plus 7. Come on, I have a math exam tomorrow. I should be able to do this. Damn it. Cruising now. $6,000. Jesus Christ. I don't understand why the dragon head is only is 20,000. Like, I get it, they're just as rare as an elytra, but like, does the use of an elytra really only quantify 5,000? I feel like if the elytra is gonna be 25k, the dragon head should be like 10k at the most. I feel like 20 is excessive for a literal decorative item. But on that note, I'm actually gonna end it now. I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but we'll figure it out. Until then, or until I figure that out, we'll see what happens. Until that time, I'm gonna stop it here, and if Squiggly has a problem with the fact that I didn't end it with until then specifically, so be it.